Morning guys, it's Radley here. So we are on day 3 and I'm going to be showing you if this PowerPoint decides to work. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. So, good news for your business hopefully. All this week I'm showing you how I run my online business and my bootcamp by taking you behind the scenes every day so that you can see what it's really like. Today I'm going to be sharing my favourite apps with you and some neat tricks to liven up your blogs. So on day 3, it's a different kind of video today. 2 reasons for that. A, I wasn't able to film one last night, and B, I wanted to show you how you can mix things up when you're blogging. Now I'm going to share those with you in just a sec. So as I was saying yesterday, this is like a live lesson in what to do when things go wrong, because I like to blog and get this out by 8 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't want an obstacle coming along and stopping me. So I've done a different kind of video. I've worked my way around it, got resourceful, and done something different instead, okay? So the Wednesday rundown, what happened on Wednesday? My new desks arrived. That's very exciting. You should see them tomorrow, hopefully in the new office. I did have the morning in the office and then I went for lunch, and it was a 3-hour lunch with my son. Time out. That's one of the things I absolutely love about working for myself, is that if I want to go for a 3-hour lunch with my son, I can do. But before I went, I still work hard. I got a lot done. We're still dealing with Woman. They came up with another feature that they're doing about online dieting yesterday. So I gave them some case studies for that. Also, questions are coming back on the PR quotes we did for 2 of the businesses, and a third one got in touch and is filling out our survey as we speak. So we might be doing some work for businesses that aren't Fit Pros. And I'm interviewing somebody today about that actually, because we're setting up a whole new department to work with businesses, because we're getting more and more inquiries. So first thing I did was write my blog and sent that out. And I was wondering, where do you write your blogs? Because quite often, I admit, I sit in bed and do mine because I get up so early. It's like, oh, I'm not ready for the office yet. So I do sit in my pit and do it. So let me know where you do yours. Email me. Rob was in working all day, mainly on ABC's admin. That's Action Bootcamp's admin. It takes quite a while to do all the registers, and we do end of month reports so we can see which sites are performing well, and there's lists about lists. So we've got all these systems going, and Rob does boot camp work at least 1 day a week, and then he does work for Big Me Up and Titanium Project on the other 2. So, and then if there's additional work, he does even more. So he's really valuable. It's so good having somebody in that can come in and do a lot of the office work. Otherwise, I wouldn't have time to do Big Me Up Media. I had just 2 coaching calls on Wednesday. I do my calls on a Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday's always the busiest day. One guy, we did a little bit of work on his website, and the other was she was organising a charity boot camp, so I was giving her loads of ideas for that, and who to do the charity for and everything. We decided what subject we're going to write about for the monthly press release. That's the press club, which I run. I also wrote my forward planner, and that's for my one-to-one coaching, which opens up again on Monday. And that is, you can't buy my forward planner, and I don't think you can buy any forward planner, because I, for one, subscribe to a newswire which tells me what stories are coming up, and I have to pay an annual fee for that. So I think if you were going to get hold of stuff like this, you would have to pay for it. But it basically tells me all the stories that are coming up for the whole year. And I let my guys know what's coming up in the next month so that they can send press releases way ahead of time, so they get in on the deadline in time, and also obviously beat their competition. It's why they're so successful, because their competition think about doing a press release for Easter probably about now. We did ours last month. It was still quite a busy day, even though I only did half a day, but I do get up quite early, especially if I have a lot on, because I just can't sleep if I know that I've got a lot to do, and I am a workaholic. So shaking it up with your blogs. When you're doing your blogs, don't just think about the written word. It can get a bit boring after a while if all you ever do is write a blog. You could do a podcast. Lots of people are doing those nowadays. You can also do like SoundCloud. You can use SoundCloud to do a mini podcast or just a smaller blog. It is a free application that you can use, and it's great fun. We use it actually quite a lot on Facebook on our bootcamp page. Especially in the summer, when we get home, we'll do a little SoundCloud because it records your voice, and we'll say when it's hot, don't forget to drink more water when you get home. And it's like, oh my God, they followed us home. So it's really great for keeping in touch with your clients. You can give all kinds of advice. You could do a daily SoundCloud, like I'm doing daily videos. You could do daily videos. You could do a presentation like I'm doing now, or I did this recently, a presentation of my written blog. So you could take a blog that you've written and create a presentation out of it. People learn in different ways, and so it's a great idea to give them, like, some people learn better if they can see it, some if they can hear it and take notes, and some like to interact. Pictures are great, and I'll be giving you an app in a minute about how I do my pictures to create unique content. Surveys are always popular, and quizzes, so shake it up a little bit. Tomorrow I'm interviewing a new PR person, as I said, to come and work with us. I've also got boot camp, and my new office should be starting to take shape, so I can show you that. But before I go, I want to share with you some of the applications that I use in my business. Many of them are free. All my businesses, I do what's called bootstrapping, where I don't spend any money up front. I just start to work, and as I get income, I then reinvest in the business, like by buying things. So when we first started, my first website for the bootcamp was literally one I created on 123 Reg. It was quite funky actually, but then as I got more money, I did invest and bought WordPress, and then I invested to have graphic designers work on it and that kind of thing. So it's called bootstrapping, and I'm a great believer in it. But I still use a lot of the applications, the free applications, because they're so good. It's the great thing about the internet nowadays. So my favourite apps, PowerPoint, I absolutely love PowerPoint. And even though I've got an Apple, I still use PowerPoint. I haven't gone over to the other side. Maybe I should. I understand the other one is good. So I need to find time to check it out. PicMonkey is fantastic for creating pictures that you can use, particularly on Pinterest. Because it's your own pictures that will get the virality and get your name out there. And don't forget, when you're creating pictures, to put a tiny little link at the bottom with your website details on, so that if it does go viral, people can find you. I also use wordpress.org, not .com, for my website and blog. And obviously I've got hosting. I use DreamHost and Bluehost for mine. Aweber is my distributor to send this. When I finished it, I shall package it and send it out to my list, and that's you guys, and I have you all on an Aweber list that is free to start with, and then as your list builds, you can upgrade, and I think it goes up accordingly depending on how many people you've got on your list. SoundCloud, as I just mentioned before, is free. And then I use Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest as tools to market my blog. So I don't run my business off any of them, but I use them I think of them as channels, just like TV channels, really. And there's also YouTube as well. There's loads nowadays, but these are the main ones that I use to get my message out there. It's just a way of getting your message out there. I think people get confused, especially about Facebook, and they think, oh God, you shouldn't run your whole business on Facebook. But if you just use it as a channel to get your message out there, absolutely brilliant. What is it, 1 billion users or over 1 billion users nowadays? You can't really go wrong. I also use ScreenFlow to record. So like I'm talking now, ScreenFlow is recording it, and I did purchase that. I think it was about £80, but well worth it because I use it a lot. So that's today's. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the other side.